Thank you for waiting. Thanks. Start. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Cezara, and I hope that today we'll have an amazing journey together. Coffee processing involves a series of steps to transform the raw coffee cherries into the delicious and aromatic beans that all of us here love. There are also different methods to approach controlled fermentation. Depending on the type of nutrition and metabolism of the cherries, these can develop different types of aromas during the fermentation. Judges, for today, I have brought an insane new coffee with a unique kind of processing. It is an anaerobic lactic fermentation with thermal shock washing that was developed by Diego Bermudez. It is a geisha variety that was harvested this November and was grown at Diego's farm at El Paraíso Estate, located in El Tambo, Cauca, at 1950 meters above the sea level. This region is characterized by its humid climate and high incidence of Pacific winds that together contribute to the quality of coffee cherries. Now, judges, I'm going to grind some fresh coffees for you, and in the meantime, the menus in front are for your reference. Thank you. Judges, now you can write down the recipe for my traditional Ibriks. I am using 8 grams of coffee, with 70 mLs of water. I am stirring using these needle distributors. This is the perfect tool to break down all the clumps and also achieve a very uniform extraction. Brewing time is going to be between 2 and 2.5 minutes. Because of the processing method, this coffee is more soluble, so it needs under 3 minutes infusion time in order to prevent unpleasant bitterness and also highlight the fruity characters. My Ibriks are made of stainless steel, and my burners give me the proper control over the extractions. My coffee was roasted 7 days ago in 10 minutes with a 14% development time, because this way we gave the coffee profile more character and complexity and also a greater balance between acidity and sweetness. Water that I am using has a ratio of 2:1 between magnesium and calcium, 100 TDS and 7 pH for a silky mouthfeel and clarity in flavors. And speaking about the flavors, judges, when you will taste this coffee, you will find, when the coffee is hot, flavors of red apples, 70% dark chocolate, and the red grapes. And when the coffee is warm, it transforms and unlocks a brand new flavor of dates. The sweetness is medium, acidity is medium, and the bitterness is medium to low. The weight is medium, with a velvety texture and a long, pleasant finish of pink grapefruit. Also, when evaluating this coffee, judges, please have 3 sips when the coffee is hot and another 2 when the coffee is warm. For now, I only want you to evaluate the crema, but do not taste it yet. Because we will need to let the coffee cool down for a bit until you can have your perfect sips. This one is for you. Enjoy. And this one is for you. Enjoy. And while we let the coffee rest for a bit, let me tell you more about this unique kind of processing. At the farm, Diego handpicks 95% of the coffee cherries when they are fully ripe, and the other 5% when they are unripe. Next, the cherries are washed with sterilized water in order to lower the microbe quantity. After this, they go into the fermentation stage that happens in two phases. The first phase is a coffee cherry fermentation that takes place in sealed tanks that have a pressure valve on them in order to release the high pressure of gases that are created inside. This is an anaerobic process that takes place for 48 hours at 18 degrees Celsius. After this, the coffee cherries are depulped, and the coffee beans covered in mucilage go for the second phase of fermentation, this time an anaerobic lactic fermentation where lactobacillus is added to the mix, 2 grams per kilo of coffee. It takes place for 48 hours at 18 degrees Celsius. And now, judges, comes the innovative part, the washing with thermal shock. For this, Diego uses water at 2 different temperatures in order to create a thermal shock that helps transferring and fixing all the secondary aromas that were developed during the different stages of fermentation of the microbial crop. This way, the coffee gets much more character and an increased complexity and also a sweetiness and a fruitiness enhanced. And this is why I chose this coffee today, to share this with you and offer you this unique experience. After this stage, the coffee goes to drying. It's a controlled drying for 28 hours with recirculation of air at 40 degrees Celsius with 25% humidity until the beans reach 10-11% moisture. And finally, they are packed in Grain Pro and set to rest for 15 days in order to stabilize the process they just went through. And the last step on this journey, the coffee beans reach the dry milling plant where electronic and manual selection takes place in order for the beans to comply with the highest quality standards required. And in order to truly celebrate this amazing coffee, I will start preparing for the signature drink. And when the hourglass is finished, you can start having your first sips. Thank you. Judges, you can have your first sips now. Thank you very much. Judges, now you can write down the recipe for my signature Ibriks. I am using 8 grams of coffee, with 70 ml of the same water that I previously used. Thank you. I am also mixing the sand because I want to even out the temperature. You have already seen that my Ibriks are made of stainless steel, but they are also bigger in size because I want to obtain a more uniform extraction. Brewing time will be around 2.5 minutes, and until the coffee is getting ready, let me guide you through the rest of the ingredients of this signature beverage. Here, I am preparing a saline solution that I made by combining 5 grams of salt that comes from a traditional salt mine in Romania located in Transylvania with 59.5 ml of water. It's the same one that I'm using for the Ibriks. This type of saline solution is very popular in mixology and is used as a flavor enhancer. In our beverage, it will be the game changer because it will unlock in your third sip a brand new note of ripe, fresh pineapple. We will be needing only 1 drop in each of your beverages. Next, I will be using in each of your drinks 2 ml of this coffee pulp mix that I prepared by combining 20 grams of coffee pulp with 100 ml of water and 50 grams of sugars that I let to ferment together for 24 hours at a temperature between 25 and 30 degrees Celsius. This, in combination with the flavor notes of my coffee, it will create a brand new note of ripe red cherries. Last ingredient is going to be a Paragon cordial that was developed especially for mixology in order to create a solid base of sweet and sour in cocktails. It has a very low pH of 1.8, and for today I have chosen the Timur berry one because in combination with the flavored drinks, with the flavor notes of my coffee, it will create a new note of toffee caramelized apples. And judges, now that my Ibriks are also ready, I will be filtering them by using these V60s with Abaca fiber filters because this is the fastest way of extraction, avoiding the formation of any clumps which provide unpleasant bitterness. And also in the cup, it will create a clean cup with a medium to high body. Now judges, when you will experience this drink, please have 3 sips. In your first sip, you will find a flavor of stone fruits like ripe red cherries. In your second sip, you will find the flavor of toffee caramelized apples. And in your third sip, you will find the flavor of tropical fruits like ripe fresh pineapple. Now, judges, in this fast-paced world, the Ibrik reminds us of the importance of slowing down. It encourages us to embrace the rituals and traditions that enrich our lives. In this world of instant gratification, the Ibrik remains a steadfast guardian for the art of patience and mindfulness. Please enjoy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Judges, I hope that today's experience has been as amazing for you as it has been for me. Because being back on stage after 6 years, I can tell you that it feels fabulous. So from the bottom of my heart, Thank you so much for all your attention, and this is my time.
Big round of applause for Cezara representing Romania.